Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up on this lovely Facebook, YouTube, in my groups? What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Your girl Starshima here. I just wanted to come on and just ask you today, are you out here creating the buzz, right? Are you the next big buzz factor? Let me know, are you the next big buzz? So I'm just going to go ahead and check my social handles really quick just to make sure I am alive, because sometimes social media do not allow me to be great, but I'm going to make sure I'm live and I'm able to be seen and my things are not locked. Okay, awesome. We're looking good. We're looking good. Let me just edit the privacy here. I'm going to make that public. When you come in, just let me know that you're here. Say, hey, girl, hey. And the big question today is, are you creating the buzz? Are you creating the buzz? And just let me make sure you can hear me. The buzz. Okay, cool. I can hear myself just doing a mic check. And I think this is a good conversation to have today. Okay. Are you creating the buzz? And I think this is a real good conversation because I remember when I was very young in entrepreneurship, I really didn't understand what it was to be the next big buzz or be the next big buzz factor, right? And I'm thinking about where the time that we're going today and thinking about where you are going. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you for joining. What's up, girlfriend? Thinking about where you're going and on your ride to be iconic. Go ahead, if you're joining us, share this out to another female entrepreneur that's hearing this, because we as women, we want to help everybody be the next big buzz, right? We want to buzz all around town. We want to buzz all in these internet streets. We want to be known in our industry for the magic that we bring. And the way that we do that is becoming the next big buzz. Somebody put in a chat, I want to be the next big buzz. And if I get enough of y'all to tell me that, I'm going to give y'all the sauce of how you're going to be the next big buzz, or giving you some highlight on how understanding the difference and why you should position yourself to be the next big buzz. All right. So the big thing is right now in the market, as I said, very on early in entrepreneurship, my big thing was like, I didn't really want nobody to know who I was, right? I didn't want to make too much noise out here in these internet streets. I just wanted to do the things that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it magically. Now, hindsight, you would think like, Sarshima, that's so counterproductive. And I heard in a coaching call that I was in, like, if you're not contradicting yourself along the way, then you're not growing, right? So I'm contradicting myself today. Early on in entrepreneurship, I said I didn't want to make all this noise. I didn't want to be the next big buzz. And in me saying that, guess what I did? I stayed drowning in the market, right? I stayed working with people who really couldn't pay me. And when I look at it on the backside of it, like in full transparency, I was really pain to do the things and get the experience from them because I was so afraid to be the next big buzz factor. Right. And it really stifled me. So I'm here today to just tell you, like, hey, sis, I'm contradicting myself. When I was young in entrepreneurship, I thought that being the buzz was a bad thing. But being the buzz is really a big thing, right? It really is a big thing. And I think where some of the confusion that this being the next big buzz factor and doing the things that we need to do to be the next big buzz factor is because we have some misunderstanding. When I begin to look at the root of why I didn't want to be the next buzz factor, because I thought that I was selling people all the time. Like, to be the next big buzz factor, when I sold up, I couldn't be like, hey girl, how you doing? Like, ooh, that lipstick popping, or I couldn't tell you like, oh, I decided to change my wig today. Like, every time that I felt like I needed to show up, I always felt like I needed to sell people. Let me know in the chat box if you are a person who feels like the reason why you don't want to be the next big buzz factor or make too much noise out here in these streets is because you feel like you're being hella salesy and it's uncomfortable to you, and this ain't what you want to do. Okay. Just let me know. So, this is a conversation definitely for that entrepreneur who's saying, like, I really know that I need more, right? I know that there's more to this thing that I'm doing. There's more that I want to do. And I really want my magic and my gifts to really optimize for me, right? I really want to optimize my gifts. Let me know if this you. And so you always felt like things was selling. And then when you hear these terms that people are telling you about marketing and marketing and sales, and you're like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? And you really, really think about the two of like marketing and selling as the same thing, right? I just want to tell you that you can show up and serve your people and not sell them and become the next big buzz factor. Right? The goal, y'all, here is to be iconic. Y'all know I am Starshima. I am the iconic brand builder. I am helping you become the icon in your industry. I'm helping you grow what you already know into a six-figure brand, leveraging your experience, your expertise to be able to get you to where you want to go. Like, let me know if that's you. I want to know if you want to be the next icon in your industry. When they think about the industry that you're in, do you want to be that person that they call on? When they're looking for a speaker to talk about it, do you want to be that person? Is that what you want to be known for out here in the streets? And if that is, I want to tell you that you can do that without selling people. That's one thing I love about building a brand is like you build connections, right? I'm so grateful for you being here in the community right along with me. I mean, we vibe together. I tell y'all about my marriage chronicles. I talk to y'all about these kids. Whew, Lord Jesus, right? These kids and how these kids be getting at me, right? And so thinking about that, like, I am grateful for building community. And every time that you show up, you don't have to sell people, but there's a way that you become an icon in your industry without waking up every day and feeling like you're selling people, right? So let me just give you some clarity. If you're anything like me, um I was often confused. The reason why I didn't want to make too much noise out here in these streets because I didn't want to feel like I was selling people all the time. And I would use selling like selling was such a bad thing. But really, what I didn't understand was what was the difference of showing up and building connection, right? And marketing, right? So understanding the difference between sales and marketing. If you are courageous, just drop it in the chat box. And this isn't punitive. What is selling to you? What is marketing to you? And the last question is, do you think that they're the same? Drop a heart if you feel like marketing and sales are the exact same thing. And because you feel that way, it stops you from feeling like you want to show up and disrupt some of these streets in your industry and be known for something. Let me know if that's you. Well, as that's coming through the chat box, and you guys are engaging in, she said, not the, someone said not the same. It says Facebook user, but they say it's not the same. I definitely agree with you. It is not the same, but majority of entrepreneurs, especially young entrepreneurs, they think that it's the same. And it is different, right? When you think about selling, selling is a transaction, right? It's the thing that produces the revenue. So when you're time to exchange a credit card, you are selling. That is that revenue thing. But I encourage my women that we don't show up and we sell, we show up and we market. Right. And when you think about what is marketing, you market in a multitude of different ways. Just to be clear about that, marketing is you show up in a multitude of different ways, building connection with your audience, nurturing your audience, and essentially by you showing up, nurturing, making your client the hero of your messaging, of your story, showing them a way that you begin to create a demand for your product and service, right? So when I jumped into the coaching space, let me give y'all another example of me selling. So when I jumped into the coaching space, when I was still young and building my brand and really knowing what it all was all about and understanding how to really show up and market to be able to drive the sale within my company. I would wake up and I felt like I need to tell the world every single day what I'm doing. I took every humanistic component of me out, right? Every time that I showed up, I just wanted to position and I just wanted to sell. And I have to tell you that when I was doing that, I wasn't making many transactions, right? Because everything was so positioning and selling that I wasn't showing up to create a demand for me. Okay. So when we think about showing up in marketing, marketing isn't all about the fancy graphics that you can get your virtual assistant to make for you. That ain't marketing, right? When you have a personal brand to build human connection with people, it takes you to be able to show up, for you to be able to be relatable, to draw the people in so that they can buy from you. So, this is a conversation for my service based entrepreneurs, especially. Right, product based entrepreneurs as well. If you're selling products, you have to start marketing. I'm not talking, your selling is a byproduct of your marketing. And if you have been mixing the two together, they are not the same. Selling is the transaction, selling is the byproduct of you showing up and creating the demand for your product and service. Right. And because people have this negative connotation around selling, they put selling in the forefront versus marketing to build connection with their audience, is where the disconnect is. And in that, it stifles businesses' ability to be able to grow. I'm sitting here contradicting myself full circle, right? Some of the things that I thought was appropriate when I was young in my career and young in building this entrepreneurship thing, now it's different. And I'm here to tell you it's different. Yeah, to know better is to do better, right? So, what I want to do is I want to help you become the next icon in your industry. If you've been thinking like this, entertaining the head trash and not understanding the difference, I want to tell you that you can threefold your business income in the next 90 days without selling people. Ooh, who want to just drop me a heart if you are a person who wants to threefold your business income in the next 90 days without selling your people? Let me know if that is you. Let me know if you are ready to threefold your business income. Just drop me a heart. If this is you, on January the 15th, I'm offering a master class, and a master class is a 3-hour class, and um it is going to share with you the ways in which you can threefold your income without selling people, showing you how to show up and create a demand, showing you how to show up and be exactly what your audience needs you to be so that you can be known and iconic in your industry. See, the sales part of it is the byproduct, and we have to understand that we have to do these things before we get the result at the end. Somehow we feel like we need to sell the people first and then we market. That is not how it goes. So I want to share with you the secret sauce of how you can do it, a proven strategy that the women that work alongside me use, that has been proven not only for myself, but the same strategies I use to give women who work alongside me in a one-on-one capacity of how they are able to grow. What is even more admirable right now with the women that I've worked with is that these women have essentially recession proof themselves because they know how to market and create a demand for what they need. And to me, that is absolutely admirable, right? They're not shifting, they're not changing their messaging. They're just meeting their client where they are right now. And majority of them have not changed the things that they have offered prior to COVID or recession or whatever that looks like. So if you've been entertaining the head trash that the market is down, nobody's going to buy from you, it really isn't that. You may perhaps be drowning in the noise of what everyone is falling into a trap to, into this big frenzy, and not doing the right thing to get you to move forward. I was guilty of the same, and I would go to YouTube Academy and I would Google these things. And not that I don't use Google today, and nor do I use YouTube Academy today, but I use it in a different way, right? I understand now I can't Google, I can't YouTube anything that I don't know to look forward to. Look for. right? Other things that I'm Googling are those things that I feel that I'm gonna look for. But Google's gonna give you real superficial, YouTube Academy, superficial information. It's gonna take you tons of time to do it. Well, I said, hey, sit down with me for 3 hours in a group of women and let's, right? Let's get you threefolding your income in the next 90 days. It's not going to take you a long time. You are going to see changes probably within the first month, right? If you go on and execute, you can see it in the first week or two, right? So let's threefold your income in the next 90 days, growing month by month by month by just doing the things that I want to share with you that's going to help you build a deeper connection with your audience. So in the chat box, you will see there is a link for you to join. Okay, if you want to join the masterclass, go ahead and join it. I am releasing it to you first. My email list gets it next. So go ahead and register. It is at a discounted rate. At the moment, the investment is only $97, right? And then you think about what can be my return on my ROI. Let's stop making decisions from where we are today, but let's make decisions from where we want to go. Um, Okay. So be super clear about where you want to go. Make sure you're making decisions today, not based upon what your current circumstance is, but where do you see your goals in the next 90 days? I like working in 90-day increments because we work at a greater sense of urgency and we essentially get more done in 90 days than we can in an entire year because we are procrastinators. So, that is what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with you what is the difference between selling and marketing. And if you are showing up and constantly selling people, but not marketing, understanding what the difference is between the two, then you got to show up and create the demand. And when you create the demand, the transactions happens. It says, so you are selling, but telling us we do not have to sell. Actually, I am here to add you value, right? And I'm telling you, yes, you have to sell, but am I not showing up in marketing and telling you a story to create a demand for what you need? So if I showed up and just gave you a poster and said, join this masterclass, that's selling. Right. But I'm giving you value, whether you take it or not, whether you want to join the class or not, because your level up is not dependent upon me. Selling is the byproduct of marketing, right? You have to market to sell. But if you're showing up and selling and not marketing and creating demand, is why businesses suffer if we got the full message of the content today of what I was delivering. So you will always need to sell, and to sell is to serve. That is the revenue part of it. But you must show up and market and create a demand for the service. If you're not showing up and creating a demand, the revenue, the selling part will not happen. Okay. So thank you for that question. I really appreciate it because that actually allowed me to add a greater layer of value to you to be able to help you understand the absolute importance of you being able to show up and give value and creating a demand. How else do you create the demand if you're not showing up and adding value every single day? It is a huge difference. And it's important for you to understand that in your growth. I'm talking to you about growth and sustainability. We can go out. I can tell you how to earn $1 tomorrow, but is it sustainable? Can you repeat it over and over again? You can sell something. There's people who sells those fidgets, right? They found a product, they sold it. Are they making the amount of money that they made at the time that the product was released? No, right? The demand isn't there anymore. It's not sustainable. So you can make money, but you got to find ways to be sustainable to continue to absolutely grow. If not, what why are we here, right? So that is the value add that I want to add to you today. And because I care so much about your success and your sustainability, I am going to give you for 3 hours of time for only $97 to help you be able to be sustainable in the market, to show you how to show up and serve your people and to increase your sales in 90 days without selling them. All right, girlfriend, thank you so much for tuning in. Until we chat again, have an amazing time and go out there and do what you do, creating impact, influence, and making hella money. All right, your girl Starshima here. Peace.